sharing veganism with friends and family, and eating out as a vegan. In this lesson, we will cover the social aspect of going vegan. You will learn: how do you tell your friends and family that you are going vegan? How do you get the social support you need? What do you do if you meet with negativity? How do you eat out as a vegan? How do you come to a dinner party? How do you raise vegan kids, and how do you bring vegan into your own home? And as a reminder, why are some people against veganism? Friends and family are your strongest support, so be very gentle and inclusive when you tell them about going vegan. It's important that they know because they love you and they want to be there for you when you need them. Start by saying simply what you are doing and how. For example, if you're doing Veganuary because of ecological reasons, tell them that you are going vegan for a month because you want to support the movement. Then, wait and see the response. Remember that these are people who know you in a certain way, so unless you've spoken about this before, they might be surprised. Vegan can also be a new concept for them, and it may go against some of the things they believe in. It's very important that you don't take the first response too seriously. People need time to digest changes. And yes, some people are against veganism. We've covered this earlier, but we will include this again at the end of this lesson. There are two messages that are very important for you to get across. Number one, you are knowledgeable. You've done your research and you're doing this in a way that is responsible and healthy. Expect that they would ask you a lot of questions and be ready to answer. This is a good sign. It may be difficult, but it comes out of love and care. Number two, this is for you. You are supportive of other people and their choices. It's like live and let live. You're not trying to convince or convert anyone. They can still eat whatever they want next to you. You're not making their food your business. How do you get the social support you need? We are all tribal beings, and having people around who support your choice to go vegan is very important. When it comes to your existing friends and family, find ways to make them feel included. Two great ways are being honest and letting them know what you are doing and why, making them delicious recipes, especially their favorite dishes in vegan form, but of course be careful that they don't see this as an attempt to convert them. Present it as a casual experience, like visiting someone from another country and trying out their traditional dishes. Hey, I've made date-based chocolate truffles, want to try some? They're awesome. And of course, always remind them how important they are to you and how thankful you are for having open-minded people around that support you. It's important to say it even if you're not sure it's true, because it lets them know that you'd like to have a positive relationship. Always treat this as natural. It's just the way you do things now. There's no need to talk about it too much, even though you might really want to because it's all very new and exciting. But it might make them feel like you're being preachy. We recommend that you join a vegan social group. It's a great way to meet new people with whom you can talk about veganism all you want and get lots of advice, new recipes, and tips on what to do and where to eat out. What do you do if you meet with negativity? Unfortunately, this is very likely to happen. At some point, you will bump against criticism and even judgment. Every time you make a change, it is only natural to expect some form of criticism. It doesn't really mean anything. First of all, stay calm. Remember that the person is speaking from their point of view. It has nothing to do with you, even though they might phrase it in such a way or use words that make you feel like it's personal. It's not. Remain strong. Remember your reasons for doing what you do, and that you have the right to live your life as you see fit. You've made your choice. You don't need people to agree with you or even understand. Just accept that it's your way, and that sometimes takes time. Understand that they too have reasons. Maybe they're worried, maybe they're jealous, maybe they feel threatened. Somehow, this change has taken them out of their comfort zone. Before, you did things in a way that fit their way. You don't know their reasons, so don't worry about it. It doesn't matter, and it's best not to go into it. Protect your boundaries. Be polite, calm, and nice, but remember that it's not okay for people to offend you. How do you eat out as a vegan? Back to the fun part. Your friends or family want to go out, or you're just looking to grab a bite. How do you know where to go? Number 1. Apps and websites that list vegan restaurants and cafes based on location. The big ones are Happy Cow app and website, Vegman app, vanillabean.com, and if you're in the UK, uk.veganuary.com/eating-out/. Number 2. Facebook. There are plenty of local vegan groups who are happy to give advice on lots of topics, including where to eat out. Some cities have groups just for vegan eating out. Number 3. Go to Google Maps of the area and type in vegan. Number 4. Try out a restaurant or chain that represents a culture where there's a variety of vegan and even raw vegan options like Indian, Thai, Chinese, Greek, Ethiopian, Middle Eastern, Jamaican, and Mexican. If you're just out for a quick bite, you can try the salads freshly cut and the dips at the kebab place. Okay, so it's your friends who chose the restaurant. Number 1, check the menu online and look for symbols like V, which mean either vegan or vegetarian. The best way to know if there's no index is to check if they have cheese and eggs. If there are no symbols, look at the ingredients listed to see what looks vegan. Number 2, call the place. Restaurants love a heads up, so they are prepared for customers. Be clear. Say vegan. It helps them help you. Some of them would even be happy to make a special just for you. Number 3. If you're already there and couldn't check in advance, ask for the vegan menu or ask for the vegan options. Number 4. It's normally possible to change a dish on the menu and replace certain ingredients. Look at the ingredients of other dishes. Say you want to add carrot to your salad, and you see carrots in another dish. It means that they have them in the kitchen. Most places are happy to make changes. Number 5, make your dinner a tapas. Look at the sides, appetizers, kids menu, and wraps, and build your own meal from the vegan options there. Whatever you do, make sure it's really vegan. For example, some places use butter in frying and fry all the dishes in the same pan. Also, make sure you're eating something that's easy on your taste buds, especially in special places that might seem a bit experimental. It's rare that you'd have problems, as most places are now aware of allergies, like meat and egg allergies, lactose intolerance, which means a person can't eat dairy, and celiac, which is an intolerance to gluten. If you think it's going to be too hard, eat before going and just order the salad and tea. How do you come to a dinner party? Be it with family or friends, your first time as a vegan at a dinner party, you're going to have to tell them. Remember to be positive, answer all their questions, and even ask for help. It's great to bring a dish with you. If you're the host, make a vegan celebration out of it. People might bring non-vegan dishes, but that's okay. They're new to your change. You've got enough for your dinner, and nobody ever shares everything on the table, right? If you know it's going to be difficult, eat before you come, and if you're close to the person, and you're there while they're cooking, see if they could set aside a vegan portion before adding the non-vegan ingredients. How do you raise vegan kids, and how do you bring veganism into your own home? This is a topic worthy of an entire course on its own, but here are the basics. When it comes to your own home, this is your decision and your responsibility, so you really have to do two things. Bring the food and bring the knowledge. The first one is easy, but the second requires dedication, especially when it comes to kids. Number 1, Make sure they eat lots of fresh fruit and vegetables to get all their nutrients, including seaweed for B12. Number 2, add herbs and herb formulas for natural, nutrient-dense ingredients. Number 3, find a vegan doctor and have you and your family checked for deficiencies. If the doctor finds any, research foods that are high on the nutrients you need and ask how long you have to wait to get retested. If the doctor is still concerned after the second test and insists on supplements, compare brands and read ingredients carefully to make the best choice. Number 4, make friends with other vegan parents. You can share knowledge, share meals, and your kids can play with other vegan kids. You might also want to join a local vegan community. Use those resources to find a vegan or vegan-friendly daycare. Number 5, always be savvy and open to new information and research on what nutrients to get and what foods are high in them. Number 6, pack your kids' meals so that you know they are eating well. If they start wanting foods that they see outside, make or get vegan substitutes. Number 7, keep the house vegan. If they eat non-vegan outside the house and get sick, use it as a learning experience. Number 8, know when to look the other way, especially with your spouse or partner and with grown kids who want to explore and make their own choices. The foods that you make for them are your responsibility, but at the end, it's their life, and they are entitled to make choices and learn from their own experience. Before we end the lesson, let's have a little reminder of why some people are against veganism, since we did mention dealing with negativity. So, why are some people against veganism? Many vegans ask this question, and there are a few reasons why some people are anti-vegan advocates. Number 1, they are misinformed about the benefits, or they heard negative information about the diet. Number 2, they have a vegan or vegetarian friend that is very preachy and they don't feel comfortable about who they are, what they eat, and how they live their life around that person. Number 3, they tried veganism and had a bad experience because they didn't do it based on knowledge. Number 4, they come from a heavy meat eating culture and have grown up believing that there are social benefits to people eating animal products. Number 5, they feel that they need to say that they can eat anything, even though this is a myth. There is no person in this world who really eats everything. Number 6, they feel that veganism is against their economic beliefs. They see veganism as a poor person diet for people who can't afford meat, or the opposite, an elite, snobbish diet for people who want to imitate celebrities. And number 7, they are generally resistant to change, and deep down, they actually want to become vegan. It's important to note that none of these reasons are related to trying out veganism in a healthy, responsible, and educated way. We hope that you feel you've gained valuable insights as to being socially vegan and you know how to be proactive but also deal with some of the challenges on the way.